Hey there, welcome to Hermit Haven. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jackie. We're so excited to invite you into our safe space. Hermit Haven is like a cozy little hideout where we can celebrate being confident in ourselves as we find happiness in quiet moments.
So grab your favorite blanket and your favorite drink, and let's dive into today's episode.
Hi, I'm Jackie. Welcome back to Hermit Haven.
Hi, I'm Ashley. We're so excited to have you. We are up to episode 65. So exciting. So every fifth episode, we like to do a little bit more lighthearted fun. Sometimes it's to get to know us. Maybe it's sometimes like what we're into right now. Sometimes it's like about a certain topic that's not like self-care, personal development. But this week we thought it'd be super fun to really like talk about us. Like it's been a while since we've really talked about who we are, who we were before the podcast, where we're going, who we are now, and all the things. I think too this is gonna be a fun conversation besides for us. This is gonna be a fun conversation for y'all because you might not know us yet. You might know us. You might kind of know us. You might have only heard a few episodes and be like, who are these ladies? So we're here to tell you all about us. And if you enjoyed this episode and you like connected and you're like, wait, I did that or I have the same, whatever, like tell us in the comments. We want to know, right? And this will inspire us maybe for other episodes. Or there's something like we talked about that you want us to talk about in an actual another episode. Tell us, tell us. So let's get into it. Jackie is coming right now from the sunny state, and I am coming from the rainy state. So we are completely opposites right now. And we still find time all the time to hang out, chit chat with each other. And I think that's so fun. We are both stay-at-home moms. I'm so excited. This has been my dream come true. This just started for me, but Jackie has been a stay-at-home mom for a while now, and she gets to raise her babies and I get to raise my baby. So we're so excited that we now have like we have this time built in that we get to really take care of our family and do stuff that we love. Right? I think this is so cool. Like we really are living
Yeah.
our dream life, and I love that we get to talk about it.
Yeah, my dream was actually not to be a stay-at-home mom. Not that it like was to not be a stay-at-home mom. I just like being a stay-at-home mom wasn't my dream before I had kids. I went and got my degrees and my master's degree. So I was like, oh, I'll be a career woman. Like I always had plans of like having a career and doing all the things. And now that I get to be home with my babies, and I know we've talked in the past episodes about network marketing. Network marketing is the reason that I get to be home because it was making me an income. I was our primary income person, when my husband was going back to school and he was working like as a as a server. He was still making like good amount of money at the restaurant he was at, but I was the primary income person, and now kind of our roles have switched, and he is just rocking and rolling, doing amazing things, and so I'm able to be like focused on our family more than anything else. And what a freaking blessing. Like I love it so much. I didn't think I would I like my own personal time. Like I didn't think I would love it as much as I do, but I love being a mom. I love my boys. It's just the most amazing thing ever. And the fact that we get to do this as like our little passion project, like
I know.
it's it's
It's
incredible.
It's crazy too because really like Jackie and I met for network marketing. I think about this too. There's that trend that recently was going around like if I didn't say yes or like it was like that trend was like, oh, tell yourself to say yes to that thing. And it's like that situation. Like I could have been the girl that told Jackie no. Like I could have been like, Jackie, this is a scam. Like I don't want anything to do with the thing that I clicked yes to listen to. Like literally she posted a poll and was like, if someone wants to watch a video of how to make money online, like click this poll or whatever. And I was just like, okay, like, let me just click the poll. We'll see what happens. Like, no big deal.
Meanwhile, you barely posted on social media at the time at all.
Oh, at all.
Yeah, at all.
Like, which is crazy. Like, I really say, like, when people are like, oh, network marketing is a scam, blah, blah, blah. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, it could be whatever you want it to be. Anything could be a scam. Like, literally, my movers were a scam. Like, let's be real. Like, anything could be a scam. Okay. But at the end of the day, I would not be sitting here talking to Jackie. I wouldn't even know Jackie. Jackie wouldn't even be like the godparents of my baby boy. Like if you didn't know, Jackie's the godmommy and her husband Glenn is the godfather of our baby. But I wouldn't have this like passion to like want to pursue telling my story and like pursue telling who I am and like I don't know, like I wouldn't be here. So yeah, we met for network marketing And we both kind of like fizzed out of network marketing, not in a bad way. Like we just kind of outgrew it, right? Like it wasn't that we didn't love what we were doing. We didn't love who we were. It wasn't that we didn't love the products. We didn't love the company. We just kind of outgrew it. And that's normal, right? Like you outgrow a job, right? And Jackie may have different opinions about what happened in the end than I did in the outgrowing, and that's normal, right? Our her story, my story. It's different stories. It's always going to be different stories.
Yeah.
But Jackie and I've always had these like really good conversations. Like you think like just like 65 episodes of podcasting is all we talk about. Let me tell you, this is just like a small sliver of like what we actually talk about in these topics. Like we can literally go for days and years on the same topic. Like we can be like reminding each other, like, do you remember when we were talking about like seasons, or do you remember this? Or like currently I'm working on this. Like, right? We've always been each other's like person to go to be like, hey, this is the fun self-development I'm working on. Like, hey, and this is like how our relationship kind of started from the beginning in network marketing. And like this is, how we started really becoming friends. And I think that's how we kind of made a friendship outside network marketing. We really said, we both had the same values that were not business values. We really were doing everything we were doing to grow ourselves. Like bettering ourselves was like a goal that like even though other people have that goal and what we were in network marketing and that goal around us, a lot of people were just in it for network marketing. And that's normal, right? You're at a job. What do you expect, right? Like it's normal, right? And I think what's so cool is that we were able to make this connection, make this friendship. And I one day was just like, hey, like, what if we like took our conversations and made a podcast? Like, and I think it wasn't just I saw what it did for me and I saw what it did for Jackie, but I actually got to see Jackie as a leader. I got to see Jackie literally move mountains for women. And I know that Jackie is still capable of that and she just needs that platform. And let's be honest, Jackie, yeah, she'll show up and do a podcast. She'll do a live. Like, she's going to show up because she wants her message to be heard, but it's not easy for Jackie to have that message heard. And so and I know Jackie could talk about this herself, and I'm just kind of telling her story for her, but I know her jumping into this podcast was not, something that was just like, okay, yeah, let's totally do this, right? Like, and it wasn't just like, did she have the confidence to talk, but like we were both mentally going through so much. And I think the things we talk about now are who we are now, but we were not that person at all. And maybe we had some of that, and maybe deep down we wanted to be that person, but we were not that person. And we really went through it. And she might have went through in 1 year, I might have went through in like 5 different years. Like we both went through something. And that's really what we want you guys to know too, is when we're talking to you all, this is really from a place from people that really did work, that really wanted to better themselves even when they could have gave up on themselves.
Yeah. I I before, gosh, what year is it? 2026. I would say like 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that, because I started network marketing in like 2014. That's what started my like self-growth journey. And I didn't even realize what self-growth was. I always thought like the self-help books were like for sad people. I never read any of them. I didn't know anything about it until, I was in network marketing because they really preach that a lot. And I'm so grateful for that they did, because I didn't realize like you can change. This is going to sound maybe really silly to a lot of people, but I didn't realize you could change yourself so much. I didn't realize that I was like, well, I'm someone that doesn't like speaking in front of people. I'm always going to be that way. I'm someone that is just not very confident in my decisions. I'm always going to be that way, right? That's what I thought. Like I was born this way, I am this way. And I think a lot of people do feel that way. And when I realized that you could do this in a huge way, in a better way, be happier, like legitimately happier and change yourself, I became obsessed. And it's not you don't find very many people that are as obsessed as Ashley and I with like this kind of like geeky conversation. And so it was just always hard for me, besides the people that were, some of the people in network marketing were very into it too. But like most of my like real life people in my life, they don't necessarily want to sit and talk about all the stuff that I like. that I really am passionate about. All the self-growth stuff, like they'll pay, they'll listen to it and stuff and have like a conversation. But like me and Ashley are like obsessed. We love like problem solving, like life problem solving. I guess that's like the best way to say it.
I
Like
was
continuous,
literally thinking that. I was like,
yeah,
wow, it's like we're
continuously
solving a
making
mystery. It's like we're literally
exactly.
solving a mystery. We're like detectives and we're like, how can we make it better? How can we like solve this life
Yes.
mystery?
That's what life is. It's continuously seeing like how can I make this better? And I'm not trying to say that life isn't great as it is. I love my life. It's amazing. But I personally don't believe that we were put here to be stagnant and constant. And I think that like I personally believe God put us here to do big things and continue to grow. And I want to continue to do that until I'm not here anymore. Like I want to always be learning about new things and always be growing and always just trying to be a better me and a happier me. Like, why not? And so I just think it's hard to find people that are really that into it. Like Ashley and I, like she said, like it's true. We talk about this stuff off camera even more than we talk about it on camera. And it's just fun. And we've grown so much, right? Like we've grown so much. And the people that you see now, like we're amazing. But like we did a lot of work to get here, a lot of work. And I know we talk about some of that work like on our podcast too, but it's a lot of like mental work. It's not like even physical always stuff. It's just a lot of like letting go and like moving on and like how can I do it better and like being accountable for yourself and like not letting your ego get in the way and being like, okay, well, that maybe was a mistake or I should have done it differently and not being like, oh no, I'm right all the time. Like, no, like let go. It's okay. Like we all are figuring it out and making mistakes and like doing better. I don't know. I love this topic so
No, me
much.
too. And I think so like Jackie was saying, like, you know, it really didn't like it didn't happen overnight. Like she didn't just like like wake up and be like, "Oh my God, self-development," right? Like these weren't skills that we weren't given these skills, right? Like I always and something like I do believe though I always had in the back of my head like I always had in my back of my head that like we are all on this earth for a reason. There is a reason we're here. We do have a mission, right? And so I just discovered self-development and really discovered taking care of myself in that mental way when my best friends passed away. It was 2017 and my best friend passed away in July. He was murdered in cold blood. And my other best friend died of an overdose 4 months later. We were all best friends, the three of us. Like, we've known each other since I've known one of them since we were kids. The other one was literally like my soulmate. Like, it's crazy, but and I had friends there and there was people there for me in the beginning, but it got to the point where I felt like no one was actually there for me. Like they didn't hear what I needed and I couldn't express what I needed. Right? Like I felt like I kept texting people like, "Hey, can you hang out? Can you do this?" Like it was my way of being like, "I just need you. I just need you." Like I don't know what I need, but I just need you. And the only thing that really got me through it until I found self-development was a thought of like, okay, but like, what about my cousins? Like, my cousins love me, right? Like, these people that are not showing up for me, like, I can call my cousins. My cousins will show up for me. My cousins will make me feel better, right? Okay, but then how do I make myself feel better? And I started having these like thoughts, like, right, like, how do I do that for myself? And I've just found this like podcast. I honestly haven't listened to her, which is crazy. I have not listened to her since like the very beginning of like my self-development journey. But I found this podcast. I was like, F your brain. We're gonna put the little like in there, but it was Carl, I forgot her last name at this point, and there was one episode she started talking about and preach, and I preach this in every episode because this literally changed my life. She talked about how your thoughts control your feelings. And until you change your thoughts, your feelings will not change. And it literally changed my life. And this is why I preach it every single episode because this is the truth. And then I started getting into more motivational rap music. I love rap music. I love rap music, but there was this one artist, I swear to you. I would go to the gym and I was going to the gym at this point. Like I was really trying to take, like I was really focusing on myself. That's something I figured out over the years is at the end of the day, you don't need anyone. It's amazing that you have people. It's amazing that you have a mom. It's amazing if you have a dad. It's amazing if you have kids. It's amazing if you have friends. It's amazing if you have a husband. It's amazing if you have a place to go to work. But in reality, you don't need anyone. You are your only person. You're at the end of the day, the only person that's gonna take a shower for yourself. You're the only person that's gonna pour your like drink your coffee. You're the only person that's gonna fill up your tummy with food, right? Like you are
Mhm.
that only person. And I really got into trying to take care of myself and not focusing on anyone else not showing up for me. And how can I take care of myself, right? So it was like, okay, let's go to the gym. Okay, that's great. That's physically helping me, but I still wasn't feeling that mental push, right? Right. And so then I started listening to this like rap music, and he would listen to these a lot. And there was a song by Gashi. I swear to you, I listened to this song over and over again, and to the point where like this was the only thing getting me through what was going on. And eventually I evolved my music, and I don't really listen to the song that much, and now I listen to still motivational rap. I love Russ. Oh my gosh, Russ, Russ. He has the most motivational rap ever. Like, just something about it just makes me like truly um I don't know, like push the boundaries still to this day, right? And I think just it's finding what helps you. It's finding those things. And so over time, I started like, okay, what else can I do? What can I do more, right? Like, and then I found network marketing, right? Let's say this happened 2017. So end of 2017, so all of 2018, I went through this, right? And then I met Jackie basically, right around this time. I met Jackie around 2019, right before I went to Thailand. I think it was 2019. Maybe it was 2018. Could have been 2018 even. So we have to go back and double check the year there. But so I think, at the end of the day, it's not always going to happen overnight. Like, thank goodness, like, we had these awakenings. Like, we had something that, like, hers was just like network marketing that made her want more, right? Mine was unfortunately something that, like, really changed my life that had to make me want more, right? But, like, thank goodness because I was not, and something too, I realized now too, like, I was telling Jackie this all the time, like, I realized like I wasn't a girl's girl. Like, I realized I wasn't like, I didn't understand what my friends were going through sometimes. Like, I was like the center of attention. Like, I realized that like the way I was acting was not okay. Like, I realized that my behavior wasn't okay, right? Like, I realized that like these, like, I don't know, like, and I think working with children really changed me too, because I started realizing like what I'm teaching children, I should be like, why am I teaching adults this? Right. And I think that's like when I started realizing like I want my center, like I want the people around me to really relate to me. I don't want people to have to be like learning life lessons like you need to like work on your thoughts. Like I've already went through this. Like I already realized I'm not who I should be. And I'm not like gonna get to my mission anytime soon unless I do these things.
I think the most important thing is just like not being in denial though about who you are and being like, these are the traits that either, I love or I would love to, if I could change them, this is what I would, next level, like I would, tweak or whatever. Like if you don't, want to think of yourself as changing, whatever, but like if I could change something, this is what I would change. And then it's just figuring out what can I do. I I jumped into network marketing. I couldn't even really tell you why at this point. Like it was like the least thing that sounded like something I would do. I'm not like a salesy person, and I didn't like talking to people. Like I'd rather just be alone. But it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And it in the end, I feel like you are led where you're supposed to be led and your opportunities open up. And sometimes you have to jump into ones that sound really scary in order to grow. And it really did help me. And I ended up leading a huge team and talking to a bunch of people. And that was my favorite part of the entire thing. Ended up like how funny being talking to people and like talking to my team and telling them like they could do more. You can always do more, and not in like a hustle you can do more way, but like a you've got this kind of way. Like trust
Yeah.
yourself and grow. Like I truly believe that. I think you have to be in the right place, and it's little by little. It's not like a huge monumental change all at once. Just like, if you're trying to lose weight, like you can't do it all at one time. Like you got to slowly implement. But if you do the mental work, even when it feels hard, I talk about journaling a lot on the channel, and I write down feelings that I don't even want to say out loud to anyone. Like things that I'm like, oh my gosh, like why am I thinking this? Like off the wall sometimes things. And I start writing it down in a book. I know no one's going to read it. And I start to tell myself like advice and start to figure things out. And that's what works for me. And maybe just like laying down and just thinking about it and working it through in your brain would work better than writing it down. Like, you know yourself the best, but you have to let yourself feel the hard things in order to push through to the person that you want to become. It's not if it was easy, everyone would be living their dream life, right? And I'm not trying to say it's hard, but it sometimes feels a little tough, a little uncomfortable.
Think sometimes too we don't realize that we were living our dream life. Like in the like I think sometimes we try to pick out one negative and like try to tear things apart. And I think sometimes we have to appreciate like what was the moment. And I think, so like so many things happened after Miriam passed away, right? Like that happened, but like I didn't just like sit around. Like eventually I got up and I moved forward. So like what is moving forward looked like was creating a vision for the future for me, right? And that vision, right? I don't think I would be sitting here talking to you besides like the whole network marketing thing, like I don't think I was sitting here talking to you in Washington with my husband at work while my baby sleeps in the next room. Like, I don't think any of that would have happened if I didn't create this vision to get out of Richmond, Virginia. I was literally living in Richmond, Virginia with okay, so like I went to Israel and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come home and live with my parents because I'll know what else I want to do. And I'm only gonna get this amount of time with them anyway before I go on and have my own life. So I lived with my parents for like 5 years and I was literally just like doing childcare, which I love, but it felt like almost like I didn't have my own life. It was like I was living in my parents' house in their bubble, and I had literally my schedule. When I tell you every family in the Jewish community had me on their schedule, I was on everyone's schedule. I had 5 different sits sometimes in a day, and that was a normal week every day. Like it somehow worked, right? It would be like 2 hours at one house, 4 hours at the next house, 6 hours at the next house. Like, I don't know. Or it was like literally, it was like, go pick up the kids from school, you're done, Like, and it got to the point where I was like, but what am I doing for myself? Right. And again, it's small changes, it's small habits, it's small things we don't realize in the moment that it's going to change you. So I started like really like going back into like my love for Disney at this time. And I started watching Disney vloggers. I was like, let me see other people that are living this life of living at Disney. Like, what is that like? And I was listening to these vloggers and I love them. They're so cute. They just had their fourth child. They're adorable. But they're called the Brookhart Project. Super cute family. Peter and wow, just Sarah. Peter and Sarah. They're super cute family. And they said in their podcast, they said that they want to do something that makes them feel fulfilled in life. And living near Disney was making them feel fulfilled. And that idea of feeling fulfilled changed my idea. And it was just watching a podcast on YouTube or like a vlog on YouTube. I wasn't even like thinking about these ideas, right? It just registered like that was the missing piece. Like that was what I needed. And I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna move to Florida. I'm gonna go live out this dream. And I was like, but what is that dream? And I realized, what do I love the most? I love taking, like at that time, I loved taking care of families in the sense of making magic, right? Like I liked doing things without being told. I wanted to like have the whole, breakfast prepared before they got downstairs. They didn't even ask, right? Like everything was ready for them to go, like things like that. And I was like, well, I want to do that for more than one family. I want to do that for so many families. And I was like, I want to work for Disney. And I was like, I want to do all those things. And guess what? I eventually did all those things, right? And I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't just go and pursue that, right? Like if I didn't say, all right, I'm going to leave my parents' house and I'm going to move to Florida with $500 in my bank account and have a miracle in a dream and an interview and pray that this works out, right? And it did. It did. It worked all through COVID. Like it somehow worked out. If there is a will, if there's a way, it will work out. And I think that was something like I think it's weird, but sometimes it's what other people say to you really make you realize like what you've done in your life. But people always tell me, "Wow, I can't believe you did that, Ashley. That's amazing. How did you do all these things? Like, I can't believe you lived in Israel. I can't believe you lived near Disney. I can't believe you worked at Disney. I can't believe you opened a roller coaster. I can't believe you just traveled to 5 different states with your child or 7 different states with your child, like whatever it is. Like, I can't believe you went for a whole pregnancy and been hospitalized 3 times and still made it out of your pregnancy okay. Like, I did it. I did it. And I think that's who I am. Like that's my core, right? Like I'm just gonna do it. Like my best friend said the other day, like a couple weeks ago when I was talking, he's like, it's called the Ashley Special. He's like, I don't know, you figure it out, you make it work. It's the Ashley Special. And I think it's the belief that other people have in me sometimes when I didn't believe in myself really picked me up. And I think that's what's important about like having these people in your circle. And like I realized like I had so many people in my circle, but nobody was feeding what I needed into me. And like I realized that like who I want to be, and this is something like I'm still discovering, right? Every day I'm discovering who I want to be. It's gonna change because I change, right? And I think over the last year or so, like I want to be able to teach my child, pour into him. I want to be able to pour into Hermit Haven. I want to be able to pour into my friendships and my relationships. And I want to be able to create content that speaks to others. And I know Jackie can relate that to that. And like, I think the more time we spend learning about ourselves, the more we change the people around us, just like they changed us to get to where we need to be. And I just feel so thankful. And I think when I was talking to Jackie about the idea of this episode, because originally the idea was just like, let's just tell you guys random facts. But I told Jackie, I was like, I really want you guys to know who we were before the mic and who we are now. And it's not the same. And we want you to know that like who we like we love where we are in our life. Like I love this. I'm staring at like a pile of books. Like I got to thrift all these books for my son. I'm so lucky, right? I'm staring at this bed sheets that I have to wash because we had guests come and we have more guests to come because I'm sitting in a guest room that we have because now we have a third bedroom because my husband is amazing and did amazing and like got a job that he was able to then be able to support us and support my dream, right? Like everything will work out. And I think that is always what held me together was the thought that everything will work out because there is a reason.
Yeah. It's cool to know that like we had very you've always been like the dreamer and like, yeah, let's just go, let's just do it, let's just figure it out. And I was the like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just always gonna be the same. Like we had totally different mindsets, and yet we both like found each other and we're both like here doing it. And that just goes to show you that we're all so different and it doesn't matter who you are. Like you can still find like what brings you joy and how to like be on a path to even find that or find your purpose or feel fulfilled and in where you're at now and also allow yourself to like want more. I just think it's so special. And there's just so many people out there and I don't know, maybe they're just like I was before and they're just like, I'm the way I am. That's how it's going to be. And there's no changing. But it's like, there's just so much more out there. And it doesn't mean that you even have to change jobs if you love your job or, change all
Yeah.
that stuff. But there's more, like, there's more. I don't know.
I don't know, and I love where we're going too, right? Like I feel like the more we talk, like we've are like sparking new interests. Like I was just telling Jackie the other day, I was telling Matt too this. I was like, I want to do like something special, like a felt project or something for like Ari's birthday. Like I think it would be so fun. Like I have never done it before, but like what if I can make a birthday crown that he uses like every year? Like, right? Like I think the idea, I think as we get like I think this is like where I want this episode to go to too. I want you guys to know like where we're going with our lives, right? Like we're not just sitting here and continuing to work on more in the sense that we're just going to keep picking our lives apart. No, we are opening doors to that more. Like, I don't know, like, for example, I'm in this whole passion project of reading 1,000 books before kindergarten with my son. So now I'm thrifting all these books. Like, that is where I am right now. We're thrifting books, we're collecting books, we're organizing a house, we're organizing a Notion database, we're uploading and recording podcasts. Like, it's our full-time job, right? Like we're taking care of our children. Like, I don't know, I'm learning how to make bread all the time. Like I want to start doing more Shabbos with my family. Like, that's something Ari and I've been doing, trying to do Shabbos songs. My parents got him a little like push plushy like Shabbos set so we could play with that. Like, I don't know, like I just love where our life like where my life is going. I love like Jackie and I have so many big dreams for this podcast, for our own lives, and I love like hearing hers, and I know she loves hearing mine, and I want to hear y'all's. Like, where do you plan to go? Where do you come from? And like who do you get to be now because you
Yeah.
did the work, because you grew out of that shell, right? And who are you becoming?
And if it's hard for you to like dream that, or you're like, I have no freaking clue, maybe just sit down and think to yourself, like, if there were no limits, if there were no limitations, if, money didn't matter, if like your whatever, your status, your education, like anything that has to do with you, if nothing mattered, like what would you want to do, And then you just start to like we say, like we problem solve, we like work backwards and you figure out like what can I do to get anywhere near whatever it is that I want to accomplish. And that's just how it works. Like it might take a while. It might not, like it just depends. Usually we think it takes longer than it probably will. But yeah, I don't know. I this year, let's see, I have things on my vision board. I I think those are like my big things. Right now, my focus is very much my health. I'm like tracking food. I'm like trying to gain muscle. I'm doing my steps and drinking my water. Like my health is like probably my main focus in my life right now. Um, and I just want to like level up. just, yeah, level up my health basically. Um, but I have like different things I want to learn this year, like the piano and learning golf, like learning like how to at all play. Like I want to, go on like vacations with my kids. We really haven't done a lot of that since they've been born and not in a long time anyway. And yeah, I don't know, just very much like focusing on me. How can I grow? Growing the podcast. We definitely have goals for that. I'm pushing myself in like my own social media, doing more voiceovers, which is still out of my comfort zone, and just different things and like how can I push myself a little bit here and there and get more comfortable with things that seem uncomfortable. That's
Yeah.
just like where my mind always is. Like, how can I push myself a little bit to this thing that is uncomfortable? But if I just push myself a tiny little bit, like here and there, it'll eventually be comfortable or something that I'm good at, So, yeah.
I love that. And I love this episode because it really was a cozy chat in the sense where you guys really get to know us. Like imagine that we're sitting down just drinking tea and I'm like, this is my life story, y'all. Like it is what it is, right? Like I'm proud of who I am though. Like again, like the things I did, yeah, maybe weren't like the most beautiful, graceful, like in the moment, like perfect thing, right? Like I might have hurt someone's feelings. I might have hurt someone through my actions, right? I might have hurt myself, right? But where I am today, I would not be if I didn't continue to believe in myself and believe in like finding where I need to be. And I love just growing into it. And I think just like little things, like I get really emotional over it, but like thinking about how Ari's gonna one day be like, my auntie and my mommy have a podcast together. That's what they do all day for work. Like just things like that. Like it's just like little things like that. Like I did never thought that would be a thing. Like I never thought I would have a best friend that I can literally every day talk to, never get sick of, and have these conversations and really feel that I can move mountains and she can move mountains. Like that's not like a like I've never had a friendship like that. Like I've never had a friendship where I can feel that way. And I think that's so many times we feel that we have to settle where we are because it's just matching our goals right now in the moment. And I'm so thankful that I've always pushed myself for more and I've always wanted to have my circle of more. And
When Can I say something really quick about
yeah.
friends? Because when we're picking our friends, I know that you probably have friends, and some people maybe you've been friends with them a long time, you feel obligated to
Yeah.
continue to be friends with them. But one thing that I ask myself is like, when I leave a conversation, do I feel better or worse? And continuously every single time, like Ashley and I will just have like a random, we had a chat the other day about upcoming episodes and stuff. Uh, and we don't always like super agree, but the way that we like talk it out is it just works. Like we're able to just be like adults and be like, well, this is what I think, and this is what I think, and whatever. And at the end of it, like I think almost every single time that we have one of these like meetings, if you will, like that, afterwards, like we're off the phone. This is like 10, however many minutes later, both of us will be texting each other like, thank you so much for that conversation. Like, I feel like you just pump me up. Like, I feel so motivated. Like, we always say this to each other every single time. And so it's like, maybe you won't find someone exactly like that, but just think to yourself, when I leave the conversation with this person, do I constantly feel better or do I constantly not feel better? And that's how you can kind of start to see like, who do I need to be pouring my time into?
Yeah. And I want to say too, it just depends on the era. Like I've had other best friends, like Jackie's not my first best friend, right? And I've had really good best friends in the past, right? But again, like we always talk about, it's seasons. Like you don't need to stay in every friendship. And some people are there to teach you a lesson and teach you and to help you guide you, like walk you through life, right? Where
Yeah.
you are. And I think that about anything, right? Like the job you had, like working at Disney, guiding me, walk me through that part of life, right? Help me get to where I need to go. Or not Disney per se, Disney was like, eh. But I would say kids night out. Like when I did babysitting at the different hotels, like that really helped me and walked me through where I need to get in life, right? Like I think sometimes we don't think about things like that either. So I want to say that very clear. Like if you're listening to this and I've known you in the past, like I'm thankful for our friendship. Like even if we're not friends anymore, like our friendship took me where I am today. And I think that's something I really want this episode to be about is like I am so thankful for every single thing that has happened to me, even if it was bad, even if it was like something that like I should have never walked out from, I should have never walked away from. Like I am so thankful. And I'm so thankful y'all are here with us. I'm so thankful we get to open up to you guys and have these conversations. And if you guys want to know more, like this could be more of a conversation. Like I feel like we really hit some topics in here that we could talk and expand on. So let us know. Tell us about you, who you are, where you're going, like all the things. And
Yeah, what you're working on this year.
yeah, what you're doing
You
this
want to
year.
grow.
Yeah. And I'm so proud of our podcast, our little baby, our little passion project. And I'm glad that we can open up Jackie and I. Like I said, I like learn more about Jackie just as much as I think she learns more about me every time. And
Yeah.
then sometimes I'm surprised her again. She's like, oh, she likes rap. I always forget this, but I know
I
this.
do. I always forget.
I knew, I
I was
know.
like, dang it, I saved Russ on there. I need to listen to
Oh
it.
my God. He has two books too. So he has like books that relate to his albums even.
Okay.
And in his books, he literally talks about how so many people doubted him. Like he literally, so he started as an underground rapper. So like people that know Russ now, they're like, "Oh, Russ is a major rapper." I'm like, "No, he's been in the game for over 10 plus years. You just never heard of him because he was underground rapper." Like that's an inspired story. But the other person I used to listen to was called Gashi. Let me tell you, that was a good rapping too. Like I went for some good rappers, okay? I love rap music. Love some good rap music.
I love it.
But we love you all. Come back next week. We are so excited. We actually, if I am correct, Jackie, correct me if I'm wrong, but we actually have a bonus episode coming up.
Mhm.
And it is not this week, it's going to be next week. So, you guys, next week, come along. We have 2 episodes for you guys. Next week's a big week. So, we will see you guys next week. We'll keep you updated, but we will have episode on Wednesday, our cozy conversations, and Friday will be our bonus episode. And we will drop a little bit more about what is happening in that bonus episode next Wednesday. So, come back. We love you all. Have a good day. Bye
Love
bye.
ya. Bye. Thanks for spending time with us today and being part of our Hermit Haven community.
We hope you enjoyed our cozy chat and are inspired to embrace your inner hermit.
Remember, even in the quiet moments, you're never alone on this journey because we are truly all in this together.
So until next time, stay cozy, stay true to yourself, and keep spreading love wherever you go.
Bye for now.
We'll see you next time.